of towing this mammoth long trailer home with an F-150. My wife wants to get a new trailer, something a little bit more classier. I say no. This is perfect for two people. This is a great vehicle. The only thing missing are two lounge chairs. Wow. The TV above me is just in the wrong position. It has a bed back here too. I wouldn't switch out of this one. So far, for towing with an F-150, we can go up to about 8,000 pounds, but who wants to max out your towing capacity? We've been to quite a few RV shows, RV lots, and just checking out RVs.
Washed out tail.
And truthfully, I haven't found one that I replaced this one with. It's not. And plus, we can get into the driveway fairly easy. The other one's either the really long 27 toy hauler, or the really heavy truck. How much of a squat there is. If we get a next one, we gotta get a bigger truck. 150 isn't gonna do it. And that's the most important thing to understand. First, you get your tow vehicle. Then you go match it up to a recreational vehicle.
It can be pulled by our truck?
No.
Okay. It can be pulled by our truck?
No.
Okay.
We probably are not going to trade out of it and get a bigger truck. I'm fine with this. My wife wants a little bit more luxurious accommodations, but I love this trailer. The biggest mistake is going too small in the beginning, because you will say the same thing we said. Oh man, I wish we got something bigger. And this was it. This is a great vehicle. Here for the second day to, believe it or not, look at a trailer that we may buy. We'll talk about it when we get to it. Incredibly scary. This is a great trailer. Ooh, you said look at this one. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh yeah. Cabinets, drawers, full-size bed.
It can be pulled by our truck?
No.
Okay, which is this one?
I like it.
Nice, yeah.
Okay, we did it. We knocked them down 12,000. That's the best we could. We got some perks. But hey, we knocked off 12,000. That's the best we could do. But we want it, so we're gonna do it. But here we are, Quartzsite, Arizona, buying a travel trailer, MAV 75. Did he go for it?
Yeah, we're all good.
Hey, we say goodbye to the Mesa Ridge. She's done us good for the last 5 years.
Folks, there it is. The MAV 777, 27 toy hauler, 2-ton capacity on the inside. Just did the walkthrough. Tinted windows, glass door, beautiful. Cargo space. This uses 5-gallon, 20-pound tanks instead of the big ones. I was complaining about that, but then I realized, for one, they're lighter. For two, you can stop at a 7-Eleven in the middle of the night and get propane if you're out. And for three, if you just throw 2 full ones in the back of your truck, you have double the amount that two big ones would have. So I've kind of settled with these may be better in the long run. One battery so far, but we're taking our batteries off ours, which are fairly new, bought them in May. Charging an extra $100 to put them on, but we paid for it because two batteries definitely are better than one. Here's your controllers. Solar disconnect, battery disconnect, satellite, 12 volt or house current. Run your hose in here, or your cables can come up through there. Walk through. Your black flush. This is your tankless water heater. This is your heater vent. But this is your outdoor shower or hose. It's 50 amp. And we are going to be traveling with a full 90 gallons of fresh water. It's going to be a heavy tow. So yeah, we did it because, why did we do it? Why did we do it? You gotta justify it. Because we've been looking for a trailer that has more room. We may want to get a couple of small ATVs that you can put in the back, pull them down the ramp, don't have to fold them up, and be able to just get around at a campsite, walk a river, wherever, and have some mobility. We didn't like the face-to-face dinette. They're never any good, so this doesn't have one. And, well, we're getting older. And how many more years do we have to have fun? So, we got a decent trade-in value on our trailer. We've been looking for one. We've been to probably about 8 different RV shows, 7 or 8 different RV lots. We wanted a travel trailer, we wanted the use of our truck, and we never could agree on anything. We stepped into the smaller one, the 23-footer, that has a Murphy bed in it. And we both said the same thing. This would be perfect if it had a walk-around bed. And someone heard us, and he goes, hey, come with me. It was a salesman, of course, but who cares? Come with me. And he walked us over to this walk-around bed, no kitchenette, 2 nice recliners, 2 sofa couches in the back. You can put in 2 tons, 4,000 pounds of cargo, which would never do. Oh, but the back of it opens up into a deck with a nice fence around it. So we do bring the dog. Not that he's gonna poop or pee on it, but instead of getting down and just walking around, he has plenty of room just to roam. Can't get away. You know, that's why we did it. In order to have my light show tonight, I had to be able to have a 50 amp reduced down to a house current. All the RV supply companies are closed right now, and I told the guy, man, we're screwed. Can we buy one from you? They gave me this. Now all we do is transfer our stuff, food, clothing, bedding, into the new trailer while they put on the WDH, which is that right there. And we're set. There it is. Talk to you in a bit.
Because we want to keep the frame of the trailer as level as possible.
Yeah.
And so we always have to raise this up or down to compensate for the sag.
Well, say goodbye to the Mesa Ridge 21FB. It is empty as can be. We didn't even come up with a name for this except for the 21FB Mesa Ridge walk around bed, and we're just calling that big boy the MAV. Okay. You had to raise it up so high to get the mechanism in. But I was assured shock absorbers will go back down to normal. Guy said, man, we're just dealing with a whole different animal, a horse of a different color. Ready to pull out. He has to tow us out of town, and then we hook up and we tow back into town, and I'll go live then. But yeah, this truck ain't gonna make it. We're gonna have to trade it in and find something bigger. What the hell did we do? That's why we're called the Lost RVers. But hey, you know what? You only live once. We'll work through it.
Here we go. It just comes on.
day 1.5. Door problems. He's saying that you have to slam the door to close it. Does it work?
Yeah.
And it couldn't get it.
No. Well, here we sit. Now we're putting the camera on, waiting for the adjustments. They put the camera on. It does not come with a sewer hose, and it does not come with any place to put a sewer hose. So just put it in your back seat of your truck with your clothes and your dog. It will smell wonderful. The ladder is aftermarket. The brakes are kind of squishy, man. Like having 11,000 pounds pushing you along. Well, there she is, the brand new MAV 27 Grand Adventure toy hauler, lit up with the disco lights from the Lost RVers. There's the golf course still. The sun is high in the sky. Like a bird flies, and there it is, the 27 MAV Grand Design Travel Trailer, or as we like to call it, the long trailer. We're going to tow it back with that, an F150 4x4 pick-me-up truck. There it is, all hooked up. There's the sag on the truck, not too bad actually. We got some pretty heavy springs in there. I put some Super Duty heavy springs in there. Now we're gonna start loading it up, so we go from the back forward down the center line with all the junk that we're towing home. That's it, the MAV 27 toy hauler and the F150 pick-me-up truck that some say you can't do it, and others telling me we've been towing heavier trailers with our F150 for years. You may want to go to the 250 or 350, but we did fine. We'll find out. We're heading off to Patton's Museum, and then we're going to probably spend the night at Joshua Tree National Park, and then head on up to the Sierras. Probably take 2 days, just cruise along, stop, check it out. Or, hey, if it's really bad, we'll stop at a Ford dealership and buy another truck. We don't have to do it. This is the cruise home with the Lost RVers. Remember, subscribe, like, and share.
All right, first trip. Look at a lonely flower in the desert to end our trip. Mother Nature's blessings.
Okay, we just dumped and took on 1/3 of a tank of water, about 2/3 of a tank propane, and we're taking off, get on the freeway. Here we go. I-10 east, west. All right, this is our official first tow on the freeway. Let's see how she does. We're gonna stop in Southern California for a new truck, or we're gonna make it home to the Sierras. The world will soon know. She's swaying a little bit. We're gonna be making the pass on this little bus up here. First pass, towing the F-150 at a MAV 27. A little bit heavy. 3,500 RPMs, pulling into 60 miles an hour. Passing my first pass. I think 60 is going to be the tow speed. Usually we pull at 75, 80, no problem. But there's another toy hauler that's being pulled by a 250. And we're cruising to 65 now. It has a little swag to it, a little sway, but I think it may just be a learning curve of just how your truck reacts. A little light in the front. Coming into the egg.
We have no wood.
Do they want our zucchini? Will
We
they take
bought
our
there.
Brussels sprouts?
Thank you. Okay, he's filming. He's giving you.
Again, we brought in $4.5 million worth of celery. We're going to be selling on the black market as soon as we can reach the first rest stop. All right, welcome to California. We just saved an hour of time. It's now 10:41 instead of 11:41. This is the test. Mint barriers on the left. Gas is up $2.
Yeah.
$2.79, and the Quartzsite is
$69 here.
That's for regular.
Yeah.
So probably $5 for cream. And we need all the octane we can get. Nerve-wracking. to get lucky on a first come, first basis. Are we going to get lucky? For your information.
Look at a lonely flower in the desert to end our trip.
There's our flower. So there were no open spots at Joshua, and the nearest BLM land going up to about 5,000 feet was 38 miles. So we decided to come on back down to this area, which is free, and you just have to park, and that's it. You want right there under the trees?
Yeah. What can you do, fire?
All right, we're here for the night. Joshua Tree National Forest, right outside of it, in the BLM land, as you can see. We'll show you more. We also spent the night at Joshua Tree National Forest Park. The park itself was full. We came down to the BLM lands. There it is over there. Joshua, thrust upwards. Some tectonic plate action. Millions of years ago. It just fascinates me thinking about millions of years ago, and this thing is filled with water right up to those ridge lines right there. As a fisherman, where would you fish, huh? Could you imagine? The ocean or bay or river, whatever it happened to be. Put it right up against those. Climb on down. Throw a pole in the water, and what kind of fish would you catch? One must wonder. A bit windy, it's gonna be a windy drive back for sure with the lost RVers. Okay, we're leaving Joshua, heading out to Highway 10 to go north towards Pasadena, California. Then into the long stretch of the valley, Highway 10 to Indio, California. Pulling the Mob 27 Momentum travel trailer by Grand Design that we just purchased about a weekend on this. 8 days ago. Brand spanking new. First time towing it on the freeway, which was yesterday. And we towed it from Quartzsite to the Patton Museum, and then from the Patton Museum to the entrance of Joshua C. Park. No room at the end. Turned around. There was a way to go 58 miles straight up to about 4,500 feet to some more campgrounds, BLM lands. But that was 58 miles. I had a half a tank, and really, I didn't want to take the truck up that high. We're still experimenting. So we turned around, came back down, found some BLM lands, which were lower elevation. Cooked a hell of a dinner. You'll see that on the Las Vegas cooking show. And now we're looking forward to climbing up and over the Grapevine. It'll be the test of all tests. Do we buy a new truck, or will this one suffice for the moment? The world won't know until we know. When we know, you'll know. Okay, we're gonna make a pass on this truck. Amazon truck. Going downhill around the corner, for God's sakes. Here we go. A little push back. Kind of sucks you in a little bit. Made the pass. Check the rearview mirror. And we're done. I'm only averaging 60 miles an hour. The wind's kind of just not blowing hard, but it's buffering me around in the front again, a light front end, because everything's in the back. All right, first gas stop. Let's see how much it is here. Last time I filled up, it was $2.89 a gallon for Supreme. First gas up was $105 in Coachella, $4.79 a gallon, but a V-powered turbo gas from Shell, 91% octane. For the pull over, that dreaded Grapevine. And with the Lost RVers of RV road trip number 64, Quartzsite, Arizona, Q26, a YouTuber meetup. It went well. All had fun, a little drama, but everyone survived. So onward and upward, Highway 10 going north, Grapevine. Went into a nice incline, windmill alley. I'm doing 60, RPMs at 2,500, transmissions at 210. It's downshifted. I'm in tow mode, tow haul mode. 3,500 RPMs, third gear, 62 miles an hour. 16 days on the road now. 15 in the desert. Battery problem. Batteries on everything. Lights, flashlights, phones, watches, night scopes, pen lights, laser beams, computers, tablets, VCRs. Everything's about charging things now. So one time I got up to 70, freaked out. The truck's performing well. Okay, we're at the 210 west going towards Pasadena, California. All is well. It's a bumpy ride. Far no problem as far as power. Still have the Grapevine in front of us. All in all, this truck is handling fine. It's just a little light in the front, and because of the weight problem we have, it just bounces a lot. They were coming down the Grapevine on High 5. A good place to test out your brakes, right? Here's a question. Do you use your haul tow mode to slow the truck down using the transmission, or do you use the brakes? I tend to want to use the brakes because it's cheaper to replace the brakes than it is the transmission. Eating my brakes alive. Off the mountain officially and into that big valley below. There's Grapevine exit 215, and we are officially down off that stinking mountain. We made it. One obstacle we overcame. We conquered the Grapevine. Next, the Sierra Mountains. We pulled over. We have about, I don't know, 275 to go. We're going to spend the night here, cooking some burgers, watch some TV videos. We are someplace on the road behind a big love stop with all the semis there. Running out of water. I didn't put water in because we're towing it for the first time. Oh, what a journey this has been. Came over the Grapevine, no problem. I'll tell you about it later. The Lost RVers, see ya. Okay. Last day pull home, 300 miles and we're there. We're at a rest stop. We're not in a rest stop, we're at a Lowe's on the back street, just parked for the night. Kick back, check it out. I paid more than that at 76, I paid $5.61, something like that. But it's gonna be a foggy ride for the rest of the way. Look at that, just a fog bank. Look at the garbage. Our beautiful RV spot for the night. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, you're with the Lost RVers. Trip number 64 to Quartzsite, Arizona for the Q26, which is over. We bought that, and we're towing it back with an F150, 7,000 pounds empty. We're probably holding about 1,000, 1,200 pounds, so we're looking at about 8,600 pounds being towed by the F-150. It's doing okay, but it's too light for the trailer. I'll admit that. But it's doing okay. We're getting there, slowly but surely. God willing, creeks don't rise. We'll be back today. Thanks for watching up to this point. Stay tuned. Our last leg home. About 300 miles out, about 7:45, 41 degrees, and we wake up to this. All right, another test. Foggy conditions, right? Yeah. The Lost RVers, good morning. This is really thick soup. That's the freeway down there. Oh my God. Lost RVers, lost in the fog. Next stop's gonna be Patterson. We'll fill up there, and that will be the last hurrah until we reach our destination. You have been with the Lost RVers.
Come on, baby.
The Lost RVers for this entire proceeding towing this mammoth long trailer home with an F-150. Okay, last fill up at Wesley. It's been an easy tow, a lot of fog, averaging between 60 to 65. But we're pretty convinced that a bigger truck is needed. But we're kind of on that cusp of buying a new truck for the trailer and just get it over with so we can go out and that's it for a while. Now the debate is this, gasser or diesel? So if anybody has some strong opinions, please leave a comment below. All right, let's get back to driving this boat. Although it's doing fine, it really is. It's just the tow hitch is way low. It's not taking any poundage off the tail of the truck, so it's bouncing around. But as far as performance, it's fine. If I didn't worry about the engine and transmission, it'd be fine. We're on our final cruise up Highway 20, kind of going in the back ways into the Sierras. This is one of the steepest grades of the whole trip. It's very short, but it's straight up. Right now I'm in third at 3,500 RPMs. Trans temperature is 215, going 50 miles an hour, 55. Now we get to the apex. Dropping down to 50. 275, I wanted to give it some gas to kick it into second, went up to 4,200 RPM. Trans temperature is 217, doing 50 miles an hour, steady at 4,500 RPM. 221 Fahrenheit, the transmission just jumped to it, 4,700 RPM, doing 52 miles an hour. Yeah, so you can do it, you can pull it with an F-150 5.0, but you're just going to be screaming your motor on extreme pulls uphill. As far as driving down the highway and doing that kind of stuff, you fix that back squat, put a little bit more oomph into the rear end of this thing, and be fine towing it around town or close by. If you're going to be doing a lot of crossing mountains and going high up, I think it's a little bit light for that. All right, you guys. Well, that was a good test. Started the trip with the F-150 4x4 pick-me-up truck attached to the 21 FB Mesa Ridge travel trailer. And we're ending this trip with the F-150 4x4 pick-me-up truck towing a new 27 MAV Grand Design toy hauler. Yeah, I don't think I can get it in there. And plus we can get it in the driveway fairly easy. Yep.
So if you turn your wheels to the left side towards the house, and don't roll the elbow, hold it, you gotta hold it straight when you're doing that. So you don't roll back. Forward a little bit. I know, we're already like getting touch it. Hang on.
Don't
Up just a little bit.
3 inches.
That's about it. Stop. We're kind of stuck. Take it off to the bottom.
Welcome to the Lost RVers, brand new RV travel trailer, the 27 MAV Momentum Grand Design Toy Hauler 2026. Here we have the kitchen 4 drawers. Got your garbage under the sink. You got 4 deep drawers here. Pots, pans galore. Look at all that utensil. And then of course you got 3 on this side. 1, 2, and 3. Another cabinet under here, big enough for garbage can or whatever you want. Of course you got some above. Nice wood too. This is nice thick wood. No veneer. You can paint them if you want. Solid wood. Yeah, a lot of food covered. Actually, this is the majority of the storage is right up here. Not too much storage elsewhere, in the kitchen anyway. And over here, of course, you have cupboards up here. You got the refrigerator, and then down here, we determined that this is for potatoes and onions and stuff. Keep them nice and dry. That's the kitchen. Electric refrigerator. Oh my God. Look at all the ice cream in there. What the hell is all that about? I'll figure that one out. And then down here, and it's deep, very deep, because it doesn't have the condensers on the back, so they get more room in the refrigerator. So that's the kitchen area of the 27 Mav. Now let's check out this bathroom. It looks like an ordinary bathroom. It has a vent there, but look at the space you have here. I mean, if I was to sit down on this, and you can see that my legs are spread as far apart as possible, and I still have plenty of room on both sides and in front of me. There you got your cupboard, some storage areas over here. You know, the typical under the sink storage. And of course, get up here, just the standard medicine chest. And this bathroom, I'm not going to get in because my shoes are a little bit muddy, but this is one giant. I'm 6 foot and 6'1" maybe, and I still have at least a foot above me. All enclosed. You get this little rinky-dinky thing here. Instead of a shower, it's like a regular shower. And right here is where you control your water on demand, hot water on demand. You set it for what you want. You just keep going up with it, 102. And it's going to bring it up to 102 and hold it. Basically, that's it for the bathroom. It's huge. That's why they call it the wide body. We have an extra 8 inches of width in this thing without the slide being in it. So that's the bathroom. I'm telling you, the most room I've ever seen in any travel trailer I've ever looked at. Now for the bedroom, this is a full queen. It's not an RV queen. This is a full 80 by 60, I believe it is, with 2 hanging closets on each side. You got the drawer, nothing down there, it's structural. Of course, you have just the cubby hole above the bed. That's a padded headboard. Yeah, big deal. What's nice is that's not so curved in. On the other one, that front panel there was just really curved in. You felt like you're claustrophobic. Not that way, it's a little bit more vertical. And on this side, I'm not gonna go over there, but there's 2 deep drawers. Plus down there is a heater outlet. And then it has an actual closet space for hanging right there with the mirror, full size. The TV goes over there. You got an independent air conditioner back here. It's not attached to the one in the front, but it is when the front one's running, these will blow. The vent there will blow cold air. So if you don't want the heat or the noise of this, I believe this is a heater too. It says cool and heat. We'll find out. But you can have that one running independently of the one out in the front. So yeah, it's a full bedroom. And of course, instead of a curtain, we've graduated to a sliding door where you're encapsulated in solitude back here. Full-size queen though. That is nice. No more mattresses drooping over, and there's plenty of space to get around. That's the bedroom. How you like it so far? Hello guys. Yeah. This is the control panel. Typical fresh battery black tank 1 auxiliary. We aren't sure what these are for. Gray 1 and gray 2. Now the gray 1 and gray 2, the gray 1 we think is for the kitchen sink, and the gray 2 is for the shower. And the auxiliary, we aren't sure what it's for. We'll find out later, I guess. You also have your water pump and your exterior lights. You have your main panel for the lights on the inside. And then you have your awning extending and retracting button there. This is your inside heat source there. The modes are fan, dry fan, cool, which is the air conditioner, or heat. And of course you got your up and down buttons here for temperature. Now you'll notice there is no dinette here. You got 2 recliners and a couch and a couch. Well-made couches. Those fold up if you want to get your toys in here, or you leave them down. It also makes a full-size queen bed. And then up above, this is a full-size queen bed with a mattress on it, piece of foam, that you bring it down, you bring them down here, and then you bring it down here, and you get a bed right here, full-size queen. And then, of course, there's the table that comes with. It's just too big, too impractical. We're going to find something smaller, much easier to handle. And back there, I'll show you a picture of it down. And we aren't going to put it down right now because it's kind of on the incline. But that retracts into a deck or into a ramp. And this is how you store the fencing around it. If you aren't using it for a ramp, bring these down. It makes a nice little enclosure for the dog or whatever, barbecue out there. And basically that's the setup right there. We just love it because there's just so much room in here. We had 9 people in here the first night we brought it back to Quartzsite. 9 people just roaming around. There's plenty of room to spare too. These are the 2 couches. And you have quite a little walk to the back. As you can see, I'm tooling along. You gotta make this, and you got the little hallway. Now you'll notice that the door does not open up directly into the bathroom, which is nice. And these all have privacy shades. The windows are tinted. There is, if you can see out there, sold. There's a glass door on it, tinted. And then you have 2 windows back here, one here, and one back there. So on this unit, either where you're sitting, if you're sitting there looking towards the kitchen, this gives you a beautiful view of whatever's going on. You can see the horizon. It's a great view. It's just perfect. And then if you're sitting on this side looking out, you get that view out there. Now, when we were in Quartzsite, you looked out here, you could get the sunset. If you're looking this way in the morning, you get the sunrise. A little pleasantry that most people don't realize is set up for that way too. You get the perfect height when you're sitting in those chairs. We were worried about where we're going to store the Honda, but it fits right there, and it probably will stay there forever. It didn't move when we drove it home, so that's where we're going to put the generator. And there it is, the 27 MAV. Now up here you have another vent back here. Actually you have 2. You have that one, and then you have this one. So you have 2 vents. Here's that other AC I was telling you about. Now this is vented into all room spaces, including the bedroom. So if you don't want the noise of the fan, you can run this one out here and have quiet in there. The speakers, more ventilation for the air. And down here, we couldn't find any kind of heating duct, but apparently there's one down there One down there somewhere, apparently. I'm not gonna go down there to find it, but it's down there. Yeah, there's that window. Yeah, you look right out there and it's just a perfect shot. I'm sitting in the chair and you just look straight out and you get this horizontal view of the skyline. It's great, beautiful. Oh, and there's our console for the TV. Now that's an old TV. We'll probably get a better one, but it fits right there. You got the radio right there, a little cubby hole for all your tapes, VCRs, batteries, flashlights, keys, whatever. And right down here is the microwave. It is not a convection. I wish it was, but it's not. This does not have an oven on it, by the way. Just 3 burners, gas. Oh, and then you got 2 storage drawers under the TV. So that's it for the storage. There's nothing back here for storage, although we use these little things. We picked those up in Quartzsite. Just little bins that we put odds and ends in there. So it's kind of vanilla, it's kind of pedestrian, it's kind of plain Jane. But you know what? There's so much room in here. You can have a dance party. I'm not joking. It's 8 feet wide, 8.2, something like that. It's almost a full foot wider than the Mesa Ridge. That was 7 feet. It does not have a slide, which is a benefit. No offense to slides, but they just screw up. It came with these 2 chairs. They're okay. I did fall asleep on it. They aren't the most comfortable. Probably get some better ones in the future. The couches, they aren't really soft and pliable and all warm and cozy, but they're definitely strong and sturdy and work wonders. Of course, the tailgate, and then you just spin your chair, which I love about this. You can just spin around, and there's the bedroom and the hallway, and the refrigerator's right there. It's just a lovely unit. Momentum, Grand Design toy hauler. I do want to show you these stairs. This was one of the reasons we did buy it, is that these stairs plop, 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 and they go under the carriage. It doesn't go into the door. They come under the carriage, and they're very easy. I mean, you can do it one-handed. Plop, plop. Right down there. 1, 2, 3, and on in. I did have this handle put on there just to pull yourself up. Here's another thing we had to buy on top of the trailer was a new weight distribution hitch, a D or a WDH. And we bought the Husky. There you go. We had the bottom one, the 8,000 to 12,000 pound. And then the only difference between this and the ones we had were these bars here, these leverage bars are quite a bit longer. Gives us a little bit more leverage when we're actually putting them on. Actually, they're easier to put on. All right, so that's one of the last things we had to buy. I'll show you where they put the solar readout on this thing. Apparently it has 160 to 200 volts, whatever it is. I'm not up on solar, but we do have a panel up on the roof. But look where they put it. They put it right there, and you have to kind of slide under to look at it. And you have to put your head under there and go in backwards on your back. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, we do have solar, and there's the solar disconnect and the battery disconnect. Everything's right here. I don't like the water coming in here, and that's the only fill. We don't have an outdoor fill, but it is what it is with the MAP 27. There's our 2 batteries. I took off the tops just to get a measurement as far as the voltage. Everything looks good there. The solar's working. These are the 5-gallon tanks instead of the 7-gallon tanks, much lighter. And I think they'll do better because you can throw 2 full ones in your back of your truck and have twice as much. There's the 27 MAV. Of course, you get the electronic jack. You get all your controllers. I showed you the solar. It's in there. Really a bad place for it, but hey, it is what it is. Tinted windows, black flush. That's the hot water on demand unit, and that's the heater. That is an outdoor shower. The 50 amp hookup. And you can see, that's why I didn't want to let it down. It kind of goes down here. But that's the back door, and they do lock. The MAF, the long trailer. It's a long one. We had to cut down the fence, which you saw, just to get it in this driveway. There's the front cap to it. Looks like 777. It actually is an M, but I like calling it the 777 27 MAV. Now, here it is. Momentum, Grand Design. You'll see what my wife has to say about it, and we'll end out this video on a high note. Well, that's what they call it, a 27 MAV. Okay, so we're coming back. We're going to blow past the bathroom, which is just ginormous. It's huge. You won't believe how much legroom there is. And back into the front part of the trailer, which is the heaviest part of the trailer, is the queen size, full queen size mattress. 2 closets.
Oh, 3.
Oh, 2 closets on side, and then we have a wardrobe closet. Go ahead and open her up.
Well, I got all
2
this stuff
drawers.
in here,
Well, it's just
extra drawers there.
now. Where's the heater vent come out of there?
Okay, it's right here.
It's right there, so you can't get that blocked. And she has a drawer. I have a drawer, and then of course we have the overhead cubby hole, and the main light.
Oh, and the chargers in the back.
Now I do have a complaint about something. The lights are either on or off.
Popped on.
That one can be popped on. But these lights, the same in the living room or in the kitchen area, they're either on or they're off. But anyway, that's it. That's the queen size bed, walk around bed of the 27 MAV. Okay, we're gonna walk now down here past that huge bathroom into our area.
Oh, don't forget to mention the porcelain toilet.
Well, we're coming back to the toilet, baby.
You are? Okay.
Into the area we have now set up. Look at this. My wife's getting all serious now. Oh man, she's getting serious. Into the back portion to where the couches are. Now there's one on each side. Now this is the part I don't get here. My wife knows how to do it. I don't. We're going to try to lift that up. So that's what it is with one couch up. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you can't block it. Okay, so we finally
found this vent.
After living in it for about 10 days and not being able to get the couch up, we knew there was heat coming back here because it heats up real easily. And there it is, and we had it covered by that. No wonder. Okay, so that's it. No, you're gonna break it.
No.
Oh my God.
I know, wait.
No, it's stuck on the cable over here.
I know.
Yeah. And that goes down as a screen.
Yeah, it can go all the way, but I'm sitting in the water.
Cool. Kind of clunky. Now from the couch, it's great TV viewing. Your neck is all the way back. And that's with it up. Yeah, we're getting serious. Look at this. In her dreams. Look at that. For the cooking show setup. No dinette.
Have a table up above.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But it's too big. It's just so clumsy. It takes 2 people to maneuver it. You can find some really lightweight, beautiful little dining things you pull out, you set up, bring it out there. This is like having a picnic bench. She's obsessing over these screens. We have 2 of them, and there's absolutely.
I asked the guy that was explaining everything to us.
He
just
pointed
said,
over here.
There.
Well, whatever.
That's over there. Well, what are, I
That's
didn't think to ask for over where. But.
Let's see. I don't see where they can go. There's a plug there. Plugs over here. 2 plugs over there. 1 and 2. For appliances.
Well, it doesn't come with an oven, but we never really used our oven when we had one.
You know, if this was a convection microwave,
That we know of.
then we know maybe it is. Just push the button, you dummy.
Oh, stereo. Inside of
And I try to get some music on. I can't even. You want to go try it? Go try it. I can't get the darn thing to work.
I live my whole life. It's
Oh wow.
most possible for me to get cozy and tell a story with my shoes on.
lights on the stove. I love it.
Lights on the burner.
On. And for extra counter space, you can't really put anything on here, but you can like make a sandwich on top of there.
Sure can.
Dishes are for pots and pans.
Okay, Stacy. Stacy is a character in the Long Long Trailer played by Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. The Long Long Trailer. And this was like 1950, 55, I think it was. So overall, I'll say this. For me, you do give up a little warmth. In other words, the other trailer, everything was overstuffed. You had a little dinette. But this is pure functionality. I mean, you have people in the corner having a margarita and someone washing the dishes while another one's playing with the TV and taking a shower. And then you have, someone sitting there and the people sitting here are watching the TV. You get really over with it. You can just walk down this narrow pathway to the master bedroom.
And close the door. Go on the couch.
You sleep on the couch. I'm going to bed because I'm sick of looking at you. Good night. And that's the Lost RVers. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again on our next video. This one will be about Quartzsite, Arizona Q26, the people, the places, and the things we do. So until that time, thanks for watching. Good night.
Look at a lonely flower in the desert to end our trip. Mother Nature's blessings.
Whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here.